Okay, what we're making today is chicken noodle soup, and we're using a little bit of leftover carrot that we already had, and the chicken we diced really fine, about a pound maybe. We're going to use salt and pepper, an onion, or half an onion. If you have an extra one in the refrigerator, you need to use it up. Use that. A little bit of parsley, and some noodles, and some chicken broth. So let's get started. We're going to put in the chicken first. Get that cooking up. And if you happen to have leftover chicken or rotisserie chicken, or you know, any kind of chicken will do. We're just happen to be using stuff that we need to use up out of the freezer. Let's let that brown for a little bit. I'll go ahead and season. Some salt. Not a lot of salt, but a little bit. A little bit of pepper. I would say probably maybe half a teaspoon to start out of each, salt and pepper, and then season it after you get it cooked. Season it up how you like it. If you feel like you need a little more seasoning, then put that in. We'll go ahead and throw the onions in too. They can cook at the same time as the chicken. Get them softened up. It's hot. Now that you get the chicken is cooked, the onions have softened up, and then I'm going to add some carrot. We just happen to like our stuff really small, so that's why you can put whatever you want. And if you have regular, these are canned carrots, that's just what we had. If you have regular carrots, feel free to throw those in. I also sometimes, if I have it, I'll use celery, just because I like the taste of celery in chicken noodle soup. Stir that around. Then I'm going to add some chicken broth. And I'm using this broth, but you could use bouillon. You could use whatever you get the chicken flavor out of. You could use homemade bone broth. That would be excellent. And I had about 3/4 of one container, and then a whole container, the 32 ounces. And then we're going to put some, I think I maybe bring that up to a boil for a little bit, and then we'll add the noodles. Now I'm just cooking mine on high. I'll probably end up having to add a little more salt and pepper, just a little bit. We don't like our stuff too salty. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the noodles. I'm going to crunch them up just a little bit, just because I want smaller pieces. But you use whatever kind of noodles you want. I've even used, in chicken noodle soup, I've even used fettuccine, spaghetti, macaroni, any kind of shape of pasta you want will work. So use what you have. Let that cook up. I'm going to taste it for seasoning. Oh, that's good. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of parsley. I think it just gives it a fresh. I know this is dry parsley, but I think it just gives it another layer of flavor. And it's cheap and it's real accessible. So yummy. Our homemade chicken noodle soup. And these are recipes that most people have these ingredients on hand. You don't have to make a special trip to the store. You just have it already. And yeah, get in the kitchen, make something good. Homemade chicken noodle soup.